What's up guys, Ramsey here back for another Red Shadow Legends video, and today I will be showing you all the details of my Chimera team for Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare. It's the same team, just enough to get the last chest. So I got very unlucky this week. I just posted a full guide on Chimera where you actually see this team right here run. And I usually get between 130 to 160 million. I think my best was 160, which is really good. But because of the affinity change and whatnot, I got very unlucky with Gnut. As you can see, he didn't do very much damage. So anyways, kind of disappointed this week, but it is what it is. 90-something% full automatic team. We just do a manual turn at turn 24 and then at turn 54, I believe. All of that is in the video that I just posted yesterday on the Chimera guide. And I think on Nightmare, I did very similar, 160 almost on Nightmare. So not a lot of trials on both of those. But, you know, the damage is enough to get the last chest. And that's all I can do for now. You know, I have a good endgame account, but I'm not the biggest spender at all. So I'm a pretty low spender actually. So I don't, you know, I do with what I have. I do want to try next week. I do have a Toshiro. So I would love to try a team with Toshiro and Lady Mikage. See if I can do better. But that's going to be probably close to it. Again, full auto. Almost full auto. You don't do a lot of trials, but it is what it is. So I did post a full guide yesterday on how to actually face this boss and when to manual and whatnot. So you can see yesterday's video in the playlist for Chimera. But today I want to show you all the details for the champion. So first champion in the team is going to be Pythian. So if you don't have Pythian, you can use Elva. Elva is really good. I'll also do a video with all the best champs for that team, but you can use Senna. Senna is amazing. Anyways, you have a lot of replacement. I've tried with Sifi, with Duchess. It works. It's not as good, but it works. So I use Pythian. For me, it was a lot easier to stay alive than it was with Elva. I believe now I could probably use Elva and it would work just fine, but at least the first week when we were all figuring it out, it would be better with Pythian, so I just stayed with him. But basically, you want as much protection as possible on him. So he's going to be obviously reviving, healing, and you see here cleansing and placing the block debuff. That's what you want. So you do want the protection set if possible on him. If you can get to 9 piece, that's great. 75% chance to protect the buff. You do have the Viper form and the final form. They both will try to steal your buff. That's why protection is so important for this boss. So do try. You know, if you can at least do 4 or 6 pieces, that will help. But if you can do 9, that's even better. So we just have speed. I do have some resist on him. Not that it's very useful here, but you know, it's there just in case. And then I just have as many, you know, HP, defense, and speed that I can. So let me show you the gear. Masteries, I'm not sure those are optimal masteries, but I don't use them anywhere, honestly, just because I have other options. So I just stayed with what I had. And I do have immediate presence as a blessing, absolutely useless here, but it is what it is. I just don't have I just don't want to spend the gems to change it, because again, I don't use it anywhere else. I do have this relic on him. Wearer is instantly healed by 10% when the HP drop below 50%. That's just in case, you know, I get wrong affinity and he's, you know, close to dying, he can heal himself. So that does help. I do need to like level it up and whatnot a little bit just to make sure he stays alive easily. So champion number 2, we have Nekmo. I got pretty lucky with Nekmo. He's an amazing champion for Hydra, and he's extremely good as well for Chimera. I do have him 5 stars ascended. So in terms of blessing, I did use Nature's Wrath on it. Now I did change his, like the run you just saw, he didn't have Nature's Wrath, I don't think. I just changed that right after. I used to have Cruelty on him. I'm not sure what's the best yet. I do want to try this just because he does place a bunch of debuff, so it will do good damage with it. I just want to try it out, but he's not there for damage really. He's there to boost the turn meter speed, and he does a ton of important debuff, the increase attack, decrease speed, and leech. Leech is really, really good for this boss. Honestly, it will save you a lot of time. So a lot of time it will save you from dying. So if you have leash, use it. And then, turn meter boost and speed boost and extra turn. That's how we want to use him. Relic, I just put whatever I have, just increase the damage a little bit. But he's not there for damage. I did have him in damage before for Hydra. Actually, right now, I don't use him in Hydra anymore because I just moved him for Chimera. And I just have him in a Relentless and Impulse set so that he can take as many turns as he possibly can. We did try to, bring a little bit of damage however we can, but, you really don't need to do that. Just keep him alive and then make him fast with a good amount of accuracy. So that's what I have on him. Again, nothing crazy, but it works just fine this way for now. A lot of things I need to optimize. I just don't know if this is it's been my team since Chimera came out, but because I do want to try the version with Lady Mikage and Toshiro, I am waiting until I am sure that's the one team I'm going to be using basically forever before I really upgrade everything to the max. So then we have Knut, 5 stars. Not the blessing that I have on him is not very useful here just because it's the Soul Reap, but I do use him on other content where I kind of need the Soul Reap to finish up some bosses. Obviously, if you have another blessing on him, go for one of the damage one, like Cruelty, for example, Crushing Ran, whatever you want to up your damage. That will be a lot better than this, but it is what it is. I use him in other content, so I do need a Soul Reap in some instances. I do have the defense branch and then attack with Helm Smasher. And in terms of relic, I have this one just because I'm very limited in terms of relic. I don't have much. I'm waiting to get some better ones, so I just put that one on in case I get some debuff. And he's just full damage, and he does have some accuracy because I also use him in Fire Knight hard, and I do need him to have some accuracy for that. So that is why he has some accuracy, but technically for Chimera, you don't need any accuracy. So full damage on him, and obviously some type of lethal savage. Best set, not really for him specifically, but obviously if you can do Merciless, that would be best. Speaking of Merciless, I have Merciless on my Marius. So I don't have 9 pieces yet, unfortunately. I'm trying my best, but it is what it is. Try to get at least 6 pieces for Merciless to get that 35% def. That is massive. That will do a lot more damage for you. I did have him built in, I need to use the preset, but I did have him built into more of an arena set before. Let me see if I can find the preset. That's what I had on him before. So some stone skin and savage, and I had some more stone skin accessories. But as you can see, I had way less defense, like 600 less defense, about the same speed, and a good amount of crit damage less. So I was able to up his damage a good amount doing this, and he does a lot more damage for me in Chimera, especially with the Merciless set, because 35%, you don't get the extra time, you do get the def and the 30% chance to decrease the skill cooldown by 1 turn when dealing damage. So that's why it's a lot better this way for me in Chimera and in Hydra, really. Really good for Hydra as well this way. But I do have that preset, that way I can swap when I need to for Arena. I did have that blessing for that relic for him to up his damage. I will be changing this. Let me show you the masteries. I just have some accuracy with Cycle of Magic and then Helm Smasher on him. I will be getting the new relic from the event right here. It's been in the game for a few weeks now, but I can't get my hands on it. So I will be getting it here. That one will help the damage a lot. So I will be putting this on him instead once I have him. So that is for my Marius, sorry. And the last champion in the team is... Last champion, but not least, Lydia. She's amazing. She's like STF for this boss. Why? Because obviously she has the defense and weekend with strengthen and increase speed. Increase speed, we all know that. But also on the ram form, the boss can be fear. So we have a fear on her A1. That's why we get to the ram form. We just block the A2 and A3 and only do A1. And then for the Viper form, we can block active skills and place a block buff on the Viper as well. So she is really good for the Viper form as well. So she's really, really good. So we do want her in Brimstone. I only have 3 1-star on her. So my Brimstone is pretty terrible, honestly. Again, a lot of improvement needed for this team. But again, I will be updating a lot of things in the next few weeks. But I just want to show you what you can do with, you know, fairly accessible, let's say, for endgame. With the stuff and the gear and whatnot, and just to get to that last chest on Nightmare. Masteries, that's what I have on her. Blessings, we just talked about it. Relic, 2% less damage if under any debuff. That's just so she can stay alive. Again, I just put whatever I down, honestly. And then full protection as well. You don't have to, but again, the more protection you can put on her, the better. That way the buff she places have a 75% chance to be protected, and the rest of the team does more damage. Don't forget that 9-piece helps the team do more damage as well. And then we just have speed, accuracy, attack, because that's all I have in terms of protection, and there's a bunch of accuracy right here. But yeah, just, speed, defense, HP, and then a bunch of accuracy to make sure we land them debuff. So that's it, guys. That's the team. Again, it's just to give you an idea of what you can do. Easy one key to get the last chest. Not very good for trials. I will be working on that sooner rather than later. But it's hard to get unless you have like crazy team. And there aren't a lot of options in terms of team that will do really good damage plus get you a bunch of trials, especially playing on auto like I do. So it's just really tough when you do it on auto, but that's the goal for me, is to do as fully auto as I can. So there we go. That's the team. Again, if you watch the guide that I posted yesterday, you will see the best blessings, best relics, and the run directly to explain to you what to do for each form. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow the channel and whatnot, and we'll see you in the next one.